I'm gonna forget. I can feel it.
We've seen a lot of,
Okay,
like,
Koi in
defense
defense,
locks
Liquid on
down
attack.
mid, I
Koi
think,
do
from
an eye out
defenders.
over
No
towards
matter
A. It
which
spots
team
no one,
you're
and then they
looking at,
smoke
just
like they're
looking for
taking
that
deep
early mid
control. Over to
They don't
how many
get into
times,
it
man?
instead.
How many times do I have to say it?
Liquid, they're
Every
just
no,
not
no
going
joke.
for
I haven't
that
seen
backside. They have that
split pistol
wall that
where we
allows you
haven't
that
had
free
some kind of
backside
mid push or
push.
mid
It's
trap.
open. That B site is
Every
definitely
single
open for
pistol.
them. And there's only one player looking in that direction, but because of the fast swing from Kiko, he's not going to be able to do a thing. Grabinho going to have to look
Ball
away.
pass and fast
wait for
rotate over
reinforcements to
towards
arrive
here. Do they
until
take
anything
any
else
map
happens. So the
control?
spike plant is going to be clean for Team Liquid.
Oh, it's
as
a
it
nice
heads
nade.
into
Do they
this one.
flood
They're
in?
not
Yes, they
gonna
do.
hold back at all.
Oh,
Koi
the
wanting to move
Omen
in.
flash is
There's a paranoia
outrageous.
in
They held on to it
correspondence
for
here
the drop
from Koi,
down.
but it's still Nats and Yampi to come out on top
Yeah,
of these trades. Spike not yet
and
planted,
maybe-
respecting Koi's attack. And
Let's
that's
wait.
good for a reason as well, because Shadows and Camo have brought
Look at
things
that.
right back into a fathomable collection. And Camo keeps on giving on the top
Wait.
here. Paint shows
This is getting
really
real
well placed,
close.
forcing
Yeah,
Mystic
Kiko
up
takes a lot of
close.
damage from that
Spike in
nade
the
as
middle of
well.
the site puts Koi to relax for a
I
second.
love this mix-up by Koi as well. The double push towards spawn after making presence heaven. Oh my god, they both have the
So
same
much time
idea.
has been expended, they can only imagine that there's a push coming in from behind. It's still a 1-for-1 trade, and now a 1v1 for the first pistol round win. Kiko holding it back, waiting for Shadows to swing.
Oh,
but it's
the dink
Shadows
on
to win
dink,
it
the
instead.
armor, the
A
pickup.
triple for the man, and first blood for Koi.
Pistol in pocket here for
Big. Dude,
Koi.
Liquid had
lot
such
of
a good
that
pistol.
buy
It
up
ended up
now
being a
into
3v5 as well. That was
round
impressive.
Split though.
I still love the pistol. They
Anything
they
can
walk
happen, I
over
think, with
towards
these
B. They
close
get in
quarters,
with minimum
depending on
util, and then the Omen flash for when they get into
what
when they drop
moves
down.
these teams decide
And
to
then-
take, but into the replay. Just a quick and
kinda
dirty
fell
fight
apart.
there towards site. You can see Koi very much so.
The nade stopped
preferring
the
to play those
plant, and
risky
then-
situations.
100%. And I
Then it
think
was everything.
Team Liquid starting the attack is actually pretty decent. Yes, they do lose that first round, but you know, given they've been unsuccessful on the defense so far, it's Team Liquid that have got a chance, you know, get spread their
Chat,
wings early
what's
on
the
this
pistol
attack,
record?
try
I've
and
lost
find
count.
some extra
Someone give me a pistol
damage here.
record.
Something they weren't quite able
If
to
I was
do
to guess, I would
against
say
Na'Vi.
3-2.
That also means that they have to find a very big lead here on this first half.
For Yampi,
Dude, he's done it
gonna help.
again, by the way.
100%.
He did this the last eco.
Spectre
Just strolled
picked
into
up.
B.
And there might even be a chance
3-2.
of this one. Shadows closing up
Thank
the
you.
gap into mid. Poison Cloud
Oh.
dropping. That will be surprising for him. So Starkster is the one that is forced to get the trade. Koi trailing behind in numbers, but not for sure for,
Yeah, and
for
Kiko's
long,
just
for longer,
stuck
because Shadow
here.
is doing quite a lot of damage with the Bulldog in mid. Now, there is a lurking Yampi, and they know they vacated B for long. And Camo is looking in this direction. But at least it's been open for long enough for the spike to go down. And do you really expect Yampi to have this off position? Usually it's defenders in that angle, not attackers.
Oh, this
And then they should expect
No
this.
one's gonna check it. Prowler. Oh, only now spotting out Yampi. So Koi have got the read, at least on one of these players. Nats repositioning into the middle of the site, so at least that info isn't handed
They
over.
spot the plant,
But
so they're
Camo
probably
is
going to
there
heavy
lead
think the other
shot.
guy's B
Yampi
main.
on the cross, shut down where he stands. And Nats is trying to be sneaky as he could ever be. Oh my god, that's a double.
Oh.
And only one left. This could be really the impossible clutch for Nats here, and it'll be the perfect way for Team Liquid to find themselves on the board. But Camo is going to stick the defuse,
Damn,
but
bro,
does
Camo.
get off it as soon as
That was
he
a really nice
spots out
try.
Nats.
Yeah,
That's gonna
they
be the
just
round
thought,
win for
especially with the
Koi,
jump
an
peek
expensive
that
one,
spotted
but
the
one
spike,
that
they really
get
thought he'd be over
nevertheless.
towards
I
B
mean,
main.
so costly there. Team Liquid finding so much value. Yampi with the first blood over towards B main as well. But you can't be surprised because back on Icebox, sure, Kiko, 7 first bloods on the second map of the day here for Team Liquid. But Yampi matched him. 7 of his
Yeah.
own. The lurk positioning was king there for the Viper player. And well, the Viper slash pseudo
Okay, good damage to
Sentinel,
this,
because we do
I mean,
also
this
see
buy
him on the
is-
other role as well, but on that
Basically
last
It
Sentinel.
is
but
probably one of the worst
yeah, I
bonuses
mean,
I've seen so
exactly.
far, I would say.
Viper definitely not the main controller by any
So,
means.
Not that it's still not
Now.
scary, because they have light armors as
Best of
well,
both
but
worlds, right? That's why you see Viper so much. But for this one, Koi, decent third round buy. I guess there's a rifle in there. Not much you would expect. Team Liquid, this is the time to find themselves on the board, as always, on this third round. Mid push coming in, but for Koi, I think this is a pretty decent approach. They've got
another
a lot
4
lying
pass
in wait.
and punish over
Two
towards top
different
mid.
places from which these defenders can pop in from. Off of the stun, it seems that Team Liquid are expecting it, anticipating it, getting a pick in the meantime, and the players that are concussed hold back. No reason to peek those moments.
Falling back forces so much utility here. Out of both teams, just a trade throughout mid. Now taking the space back here on the side of Team Liquid. Look at the hop, skip, and a jump here from Koi to regroup over towards
Yeah,
B,
and the
having
call is to go A.
a look this
And Grabino has
rotation
early
being
information
called
over towards
for
A.
Grabino alone.
And they're
However,
definitely going to stick to this
information
one.
will be given about this anchor with that neural theft.
It's the right decision to make. Enzo calls us out well. Onto this A site they go, and it's only one to defend. It's Grabino. This paranoia could be perfect though.
Wow.
And might find himself an opportunity
30
to get a
seconds,
kill,
yeah.
but
Pinky had to Pinky had to relax there a little bit.
And Team Liquid find
Pinky
themselves
thought it was
on site
better than it
without
actually
an
was.
issue. With the spike going down, Koi have found themselves on rotation, but you need to be careful of Nats on the flank. Holding that position covered, but Shados
Against
does
the
have
Nico.
it covered. Does
I
he have
don't know
time
about
to
that.
get the weapon? He does, but it's going to buy some time for Team
giving him
Liquid
a
to
gun.
reposition, grouping up their players up into elbow. You can see Yampy is away from this fight, checking if there's any luck in the making out in A main. The stun comes through, and Mystic's angle is not checked out, which means Team Liquid can stay
Nice
on
cut
top.
and nice
Enzo,
cover
bullet to
from
the head
Enzo
of
here.
Shadow, and I believe this has to be
Okay.
it. Shadows,
They at
there's
least did
no
good damage
way
in
you have
terms
enough
of
time to get through
Koi,
players
so we get
and
to
the
see a
DQs
big buy
Yampy
round.
on the sidelines,
Big
and
buy
Team
rounds.
Liquid
2
on the
people
ball.
can't buy, and everyone over towards Koi can't buy next.
Decent picks there on the side of Koi at the very least to take 2 of those weapons out of the
So the
hands
swing
of
round
Team
is
Liquid.
here.
Nonetheless,
And I don't think anyone has any
Team Liquid
ults.
clean into
Dude,
the
look how much
placement.
util there was in middle
And this
there.
utility trade towards mid forces a lot of that re-clear util, that stall util out from the likes of Koi, but you also have to trade where Team Liquid have to... Okay, there you go. Listen,
That's
you
one
need
way
your
to motivate
IGL to hype you up. You're in the last map of the series. It's been a long day.
It really has.
Playing the last best of 3 of today, too.
Of course, and it's exactly what you want to
The
hear.
Prowler over towards
of
B and
encouragement.
one way.
Team Liquid looking to see if they can win this buy round. Now it's both teams on Phantoms and Vandals. And that's moving in. Dry Peak galore. He does have help of Yampy, but this is
Yeah, they
sneaky.
have no idea he's
Does
here.
manage to find
As we
himself
can see, he could
a
walk
lead.
over towards the site, but it would be pure
The
madness
A
to
heavy
try that on the
area,
biggest
while
buy
the
run
rest
there
of the
is.
team is eluding presence into
Fade's still getting info over towards B main. Does a Fade eye to it, checks it, and we get a 4-person duel in Benz.
Hold it down himself, tries to open up on the zip
Yeah,
line, but
and
it's
the
Coward
stun
finding
hit
most
both of
the
them.
damage. Hello,
But they have no
Coys
idea
find
about
themselves
Nats,
on top,
and
but
that-
not for long as
mate,
Nats is
look
in
at
the fight,
this.
but it's messy. This Heaven control is heavily debated, and Koi are still ahead in numbers, and no one is allowed on this A or B site.
Team Liquid have to regroup now. Yampy and Enzo to find themselves back in towards A Heaven. And now you've got Koi, Shadow, and Grabino rotated over towards screens instead. They put the lurk wall back up over towards that B site.
Team Liquid are definitely looking to head inwards now, and Koi respecting it. They know as soon as the spike goes down, they can play the
Look at
They
the
both
timing on
swing out
that.
simultaneously. They
Lovely
couldn't
1,
have
2, 3
coordinated
swing.
better. It's a symphony at this point. And Enzo, the captain, left to do it alone a moment ago, was shouting out for his teammates that they are really freaking good. But for this one, he's got to do it all by himself. Finds one, 7 seconds, hasn't time to get the
Very
spike
nice.
down, especially
Very,
with
very nice
Shadow
from Koi.
spreading his bullets upon him. And Koi keep on the streak. They get themselves an even bigger lead.
I mean, great reposition
Yeah, this,
from Camo into Vents to even...
Man, yeah, look at
help
the stun.
clean up in
And then
that
they
fight
both
because Shadows,
jumped.
Sure, was sought out, but they only saw the one
They
player. and
both
felt
jumped to the same
comfortable.
pause.
And now that's also the showstopper cycled into this next round here as well for the side of Koi. Team Liquid again. this is the
C9,
half
yeah,
we want.
I
See
heard
the
it
hot
wasn't-
start
I heard
out
it wasn't
from
pretty.
The Liquid squad.
And with Camo having so many
I think
good
we,
performances here, he already
I
has a
think we dodged the
showstopper.
bullet.
I'm really happy to see him perform, especially lining up his performances from the previous map. Seeing him present on Split as well is something a lot of people have been looking forward to.
Not over yet. Okay. Give it some time.
Close angles there, so. We saw it on Icebox, why not see it on Split?
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Closer quarters to work with, too.
History does tend to repeat itself, though. But the judge is the perfect weapon here for Stark, so all he has to do is wait and hide and get a double himself.
With the stun as well,
is
one
good,
bullet.
And the spray from the judge is even better.
Oh,
Stark
man.
putting them in the dirt.
It's
And
too
they're
much
looking
of
to
a
have
fan of this
well-clean
gun, bro.
round for
Why is it
themselves.
in the game?
Team Liquid not
Why is
given
it
a
in this
chance to
game?
react, to play this round
This doesn't
for a
make any
single
sense.
second.
But at the same time, I love it.
They
But I
really
just
want
hate
to
it
give
so
him the
much.
edge.
He's running over
But
right
at the
now,
same time,
sprinting, knife
it's
out.
so
He
fun
doesn't
to
have
watch.
much health on him, and especially passing the toxic screen here, but I think they just want to secure it, not give away any more weapons, not take any more chances. Yampy fighting damage, but it's only 2 kills. The round still goes to
And he
Koi,
gets an upgrade
they
on
will be
this.
increasing that
Lovely
lead
stun,
even
though.
further.
Yeah, be getting 2 there, even though it's something that shouldn't have happened. 4-1, Team Liquid.
I hate that I love it. Yeah,
They're
that's
back
probably
onto
the
a bye
summary.
now. the difference. They didn't have the weapons to really contest, and that's why you saw the comfort in Starkso to just be able to chase them down there. But these picks were massive because now you're cycling into that Nightfall. You've got a Rolling Thunder, you've got a Showstopper, a perfect recipe for a retake here for Koi, or to even full stop and
Oh, it's gonna be
any sort
hard.
of execution.
This is like 3 of the strongest ults as well.
Brilliant. Team Liquid on the other hand.
Koi have one of those. Koi have one of those strong
They do
ult
have ultimates to the explosive,
comps.
but Camera uses Showstopper straight out of the bat.
Wait,
trying to
did
get all of
Mystic
these
just
picks, but no.
absolutely
Trade of the Omens,
own
and that's
that?
aggressing. Will end up losing
Nice
his
trade. I
life.
tell you what, this
He gets
Grabino
one for
guy
it.
is
Does open time
pretty
for Team Liquid
consistent.
to traverse towards his left-hand side, and they will be able to freely cross over unless Shadow is able to peek out in time. But there is a flank now in the making. From
Yeah,
the
there is a
Shadows,
lot
expected
going
from
on.
Grabino.
Ult goes in.
Flank on a flank as Enzo is
Fast.
also in the chase.
Yeah,
Viper's bit
fast.
important
They have
for
no
this
idea
Team
about this
Liquid,
guy
and
over
it
towards
might just be
spawn as well.
exactly what
This
they
is a
need to
weird,
It's
weird
all
round.
timing.
Someone probably needs to walk spawn to bait some time here.
And Yampi's gonna wait here. Shadows little does he
5
know he did so much
HP.
damage to Yampi. He swings out himself and
Yeah,
catches him by
and he
surprise.
saw the guy be main. Someone on,
It's still
if
a
someone's on
3v2
his
Team
POV,
Liquid
they can
might turn
tell.
this whole thing around, but Shadow says otherwise. Viper's Pit no more. They need to read that Kiko's close by to this area. Shadow's trying to be
Just
collective,
as
but Kiko
Grabino went
gets
to
the window
smoke at the
instead.
spike.
This guy is crazy. And Shadow left alone against two former teammates. Both of them
The
have
preemptive
seen the highest
satchel,
of highs and the lowest of
the
lows,
dog.
but now he's got to do it all against them.
6 bullets.
Can he lead from the front?
2.
And running
Okay,
out
nicely
of
done.
bullets, he cannot do a thing. Team Liquid secure the round by adapting on their fly. And that's Team Liquid back in contention.
Again, the timing, everything there as well.
Yeah, what was
That
this on
Rolling
Heaven?
Thunder
Did-
also
did Mystic
expended just
TP
for
early,
being
or-
main instead of being utilized on the Vipers.
I would
pit,
have to
where
watch that again. There's a
plant
chance
was
Mystic made a big
secured
play.
by Team
Like
Liquid.
TP aggro.
It's trying so hard to guarantee that Grabino would be able to find one, not knowing that Enzo was so far behind the play that he was ahead of it. Not that
Okay,
he was
everyone's
behind,
got to pay
but
attention. We're getting
just
another one of those
the
swing
work,
rounds.
The timing there was perfect.
Double singular razor. Sorry,
Stopper
Enzo one
available
away.
here for Kiko
Insta
off
Viper
that
ult
last
towards
kill
middle.
in
What
the
the?
last
Look at
round
this
as well.
spread. How did it, dude?
Viper's Pit
Some of the
out
Viper
to
ults this
9,
this
full
season are
Team
leveled
Liquid
up
stacks
heavy.
5 towards the
Look at
side.
how much room he
Yeah,
has
they're
over
placing a lot of
towards here.
importance on that mid push, because Team Liquid can crunch on multiple directions on both of these sites. And it definitely denies them from that, but Kika now with a showstopper will aggress forwards. There's one on site that he has spotted, and
Yeah,
Camo
I
is
love this one-way
deleted.
smoke over towards spawn.
Grabino is thinking of pushing out of the smoke here, but he needs friends. He's not going to cut it alone. Maybe he can. 10 points of health and he gets away. No freaking way he's
Haven't been
allowed
able to
do.
plant for Heaven as well. They have to go for a safer plant.
No.
That's a great read by
20
Nats.
HP. Some of these jaws are close. 20 HP, 10 for
The skill
Grabino.
theft is massive though. It's going to read all of the positions of the Koi players, and there even
Does.
is a push coming through from Nats to stop them from pushing.
Starkso
even
want to
more.
use his ult into
Surely it's
this.
just a save now in this 3v4.
No.
I don't think the Prowler spotted Nats.
And
at
they
all.
go
It's
for a
gotta be
save, so
safe
Liquid are
for
laughing
Koi.
with that one.
They've got no
Double
clue
armor
where Team
rebuy,
Liquid
but
are.
they
They've got
needed
the
some
numbers available
money.
to them. It's the retreat call to be made as they look to save these
This guy
rifles.
wants to take
Grabino
one
wants to
more
take
and 10
one before he
HP.
backs off. But that's Team Liquid keeping it
This guy's
a
so,
close
this guy is
score.
so confident.
2 ultimates used there for Team Liquid to secure this third
They might be
round
out
for
2-0'd them.
themselves, and
Damn, man, the
Nats
coach
Low still
effect.
hunting ships in the night.
No,
They
they
don't
just
notice
walk past each other. That's awkward.
The fraud bazooka effect.
Oh, he hears them.
Yeah, that's it. That's the round. So that's the third round for Team Liquid. And this game is looking to be close. Now, we saw Sunset at 13-11.
Overtime
This
and then
Icebox
13-9 as
14-12.
well.
What on earth is going to be the score on this one, given how toe-to-toe these two teams are?
So what do the other two do that can't buy here?
But again, to temper expectations, Lothar talking about it on the desk.
Yeah, I think
the fact
both
that
of the
Team Liquid
I think both of
swap
the
sides,
two
that's
pickups,
where
these two,
you have to be really concerned.
they're
That's why
looking
this
they're looking decent for
catch
sure.
up is good, but we need
Okay, so the
more
two people that couldn't buy just go
we
Sheriff
need
armor,
them to find some
and
sort of
they're making sure they
advantage
can buy
on the
next round.
attack. If
Liquid,
history is to
at least
repeat itself.
Enzo's got good money. Other than that,
Enzo with
pretty low.
Seekers
Has Yampi forgot to
available
buy?
here.
Did no one drop him?
Again, full stack over towards Zay, but look how aggressive Grabino's
Did Enzo forget to drop
positioned.
You can
him?
definitely tell this is an elimination match, and especially with Grabino hiding out in the angle, he's going to catch them all off guard. Not quite the second kill as Enzo is able to trade
Well, there's
it
a gun
back
there that
up.
he can pick up. It's all
But
fine.
is it
It's all
good enough?
planned.
Is it
It's
gonna
just to
delay
save
them enough?
money long
Because
term.
rotations from Koi have already come in. Yes, a little bit too far behind, and an opening for Team Liquid to move
Seekers.
in themselves onto this A site, but they don't know it yet. They're waiting for Nats to push through mid.
I've got your trail.
Looking for that time. Seekers to come out as well to find that information.
Nats on the flank.
Yeah,
He's
I
hiding
tell you
his
what,
face
Nats is
for
having a
this.
lot of fun
For the
against
Helm player that the Seeker's chasing
the
down.
no Sentinel comp. He's pretty much been
Rose has
everywhere.
now gotten some space to move into.
The thing is, they don't have sight in that spike. Not down. Still lurking towards A main.
Camo on site is, I don't know when this breach stun comes up from his teammate.
That's exactly where they're looking to push
Okay,
through.
breach can definitely
It's a
save
hard
Camo
sideline
here.
to cover from screens and
Probably.
isolating the play into elbow that much easier.
done.
Shadow doing some
30
good
seconds
work with the
left.
Sheriff, but how much more can you do? Koi, Starkso, the only player with a rifle.
Why do they give up
Spike
Heaven
I
so
mean, there is
easily?
one to be collected for Shadows.
Yeah, they
but
are. It's
Team
either
Liquid
like
can allow
fight
them to
middle
do
or
that.
they just
There.
hold on to spawn or
does
sight.
have his entire kit available here, including the Nightfall. 2v3.
I feel like Liquid have a pretty good read in terms of when they like the 4-1 that Liquid are doing in
Last
terms of
flash
like
used up
4
by
and
Enzo
then
here as
and
well.
then Nats Lark.
I mean, there is
Like
money to
because
buy
they
in the next
over-rotate
round.
so much in terms of
Cam
Koi,
spotting out at
make a
least
bit
one
of
of these
sound
plays.
and then I just feel like Nats just takes so much
They
map
need
control
to
on
have
his own.
Some super heroics here, but with the time running out, I can only imagine this is for them to deny the saves of the guns. Enzo spotted, looking to exit another way, not
Yeah,
willing
another
to
round
take
where
the
3 of them
chance
survive as
losing this
well.
weapon for the next one.
The
And
no drop,
with
the
the
Yampy
spike
paid off a
exploding
little
here,
bit.
we'll be
Enzo
seeing two
stacking the
teams on
cash.
even sides of the scale. Shadows giving his life to the spike explosion. Even footing on both sides, and a reset for both of these teams.
Ability to equalize here for Team Liquid. Again, Nightfall still in pocket. The buy able to come up here for Koi as well. Now you're okay. We saw the op. On Kiko
Was this a
on the
low buy from Koi
on
here though?
Icebox,
So
but
now they
this
get
time
their
he's
full
not playing the
buy-in.
Jet, he's playing Graves.
Kiko has their
Makes it a
op,
little bit more
and
different
maybe
because you don't have those cloud bursts to actually cover.
I was
you
gonna
up
say
if
I
you
thought
do
this would
need
be
to
over towards B,
reposition
but let's see what they
rescope.
got planned.
A bit more dangerous. So slowing things down, not gonna have that same kind of tempo, that pacing. Into having
Koi
these
opt for their retake wall
not
over
that
towards A
Team
as
Liquid
well.
have really
So
hit the gas.
don't
on
know if
that.
this is like an obvious read, but
It's been measured
we
here
will
on
see.
the attacking side from
I mean,
Koi aggressing onto
this is
right-hand
weird because
side
they
though, and
retake
Yampy's
wall, but then they
waiting
double
for it.
push. I'm not
It's
sure
super
Yamp's
quick
gonna be
on the
fully
feet.
ready for this. Obviously, there's a trip in front of him.
Signal over to Yampy as well.
Shout out to Koi for at least
Hasn't
playing
quite been broken yet.
a
They
lot
might
different
try
from
and find an angle before that, but
when they
Yampy's
did this last
well
time.
enough in the know
Yampy has
to
both
not
of them
push
run away
past
though.
it.
While this is
In the
going on,
footsteps of them dropping back, so maybe that's the
I'm a
call for
little
Team
bit worried
Liquid
that
to change
Mystic
plans
is
and
solo
push
in
down
Vents.
towards Vents. Mystic is
Smoker
so
on his
sneaky in
own.
this.
They're so aware. Shadow's just watching, ready.
They know they've given the space away, which is why Shadow's looking in this direction.
And the thing is, Starkso with his forward positioning, again, he has that Nightfall to work with.
There's a push happening in Garage simultaneously, so who wins out on these fights will be super
Prowler
crucial.
goes over towards
40
A main,
seconds, so
doesn't hit.
adaptation
Fatal
still
hits 2 in Vents.
in the chances here for Team
Nats
Liquid.
ready to
Still move
tell
to this
them they
B
can go over
side.
towards
It's only
B.
mid-control
Early
they've garnered,
rotate from
and they've
Camo,
lost
still has
everything
nades,
they've
30
gathered
seconds.
towards Vents. And there's one covering it. It's Camo. And if he peeks this, he can do a hell of a lot of damage. Nats now pushing through Garage.
Nats is making
showing
so
his
much
presence,
pressure,
so his
though.
rest of his team has got
What a
space to move
weird
into.
round.
Shados
Look
is
at
in big
Shados.
trouble, and Kiko finds a pick onto Stark. So finally, Camo makes his presence known. Shados peeks out from the smoke, and it's so good from Koi. They've crept up by surprise, and Kiko, this is not the best
Ooh.
weapon to have in this situation. You're dirty.
no
with
time
that
on it, but
pick,
that was
there's not
impressive.
much else you can do. 5-4, Koi with
Shados,
the
man.
lead.
Shados.
You've got the operator now
did so
carrying
well.
over for free here for Koi, an investment unnecessary. Now that they've been able to just pick up the weapon and toss that over to Stark. So this time around, God, I just can't. This replay coming in here. The smoke was
How was map 2?
everything for
Oh man,
Shados.
it's just Icebox, dude.
And he had to be so
Like, it was
patient to pull
close.
the trigger,
Like, it
knowing
could have
that
gone
was a
either
push
way.
and, you know,
But it's
bullets
just
raining
Icebox.
upon him from
You
main.
never see much new on it. It's just the standards, especially when it comes to this
Paying dividends for
same-ish.
sure.
Oh, aggressive. Peak doesn't know that one is snuck on the other side.
Yeah, he's
Yampy
crept past them.
Toxin screen down.
not holding the angle.
Yampy.
Hiding here. No way.
Oh, so he's gonna go for the swing, and yes, the
He
pick.
gets
That's
an
an
op.
upgraded weapon. It's
Oh my,
huge.
goes straight to
It's an
heaven. The
operator
best
at
gun
that,
for
so
him as
Yampy
well.
needs to take
He
use of
rarely
it.
gets to
Needs
op
to aggress
these
even
days.
further. There's one
Does he
peeking
hit the
right
shot
now.
on heaven?
Shados, who's gonna win that one-on-one? Well, there's a
Instant
push by Fabinho
reaction.
that Enzo is gonna
Jewel
win
on
out by
heaven.
the end of it.
Does hit the
Yampy
shot, but it's a
aggressing.
leg
He's
shot.
done damage onto Shados, but not quite the kill he would have
Feeling
loved
fruity,
to
thank
pick
you.
that up.
With the prime, thank you for the 11 months.
I mean, Yampy.
Dude didn't wiggle his
unsung
Prowler
hero
enough.
Often in these rounds, the fact that a lurker to rival Nats, and then you have two of them on your team, in and of its own.
Oh man, Barbar cam here.
Now the rotation to be called. Camo alone here on site has to find one.
He definitely does. They're playing from behind here massively. So that's one pick. Make that two! The coordination from Team Liquid is rough there, so Camo is able to do everything. Pass back out.
Oh
Show
my
stopper
God,
in. Camo
though.
all is needed.
He's a
Is
beast.
this man. Camo does it all by
the
himself. No
spacing.
matter how many players looking for the ace, Yampy stops it from happening. Well, with 20
Dude,
seconds and
he's
2 players
really
to deal
wanted
with,
that ace,
it's not
man.
all over.
Not happy on the
quite
web on the
yet.
cam.
He's put Team Liquid to bed, to quiet.
Wait.
And Yampy with 18 points of health has to read where both of these players are, and there's one circulating right around him. It's Shadow.
Damn,
Now
really?
Yampy's able to read
Molly,
it.
this guy
Second
can't run
is
through it
doable.
'cause he's low
Both
HP.
Viper players
Oh,
alone.
what is
This might
this
be a
round?
topsy-turvy on top of another one. And with the
How is
spike
Yampy
planted,
made
can
this
just
winnable?
back off.
He doesn't know. He's not 100% certain on Shadow's positioning right now.
Yampy's breathing fresh air right now, taking a breath. Shadows has to regress forward, and Yampy gets the timing! A quadra kill on top of Camo's quadra!
Sick round
That
from
keeps
Yampy.
Team Liquid in play.
Sick rounds, dude.
A
Camo
Red
must be
Bull clutch here for
furious.
the
Nice
side of
1v3
Team
on top of the
Liquid.
timing over towards A as well.
One-man armies on both sides trying to save the round for their team.
Yeah, and he knows he's low because he
But
legged him
what a
earlier.
way to do it. Yampy, the player you want in that situation.
I can't believe that Camo was allowed to
Yeah,
do that
and-
in the
and
mid
honestly,
to
I would say
begin
that
with,
Shadow
right?
messed up
But
here.
Yampy turning it all around
The
himself.
1v2, he doesn't know he's
A
back
lot
of
of
sight and he
mistakes
went
to
for the
draw out. You
stun.
can definitely tell
Like,
there's a lot of pressure around.
Yeah, that's all in the same
Contrast
rounds.
of emotion,
that is
celebrating
all
a
in the
tad
same
too
rounds.
early there.
Timeout. Oh, mate. Gives him a
Team Liquid
timeout afterwards to
calm
think
this
about
all
it.
down. It's all getting a little bit too
Mills,
hairy.
Mills an
Like
absolute
the juxtaposition in between those
savage.
coach cams. You can see the difference between when Barbar and Co were watching Camo get that 4K, and then it's like, oh, man, guys,
Oh, damn it.
come on.
Camo. Yeah, Camo was not happy he didn't get
Can't
the
let
ace.
that happen. You can't not let that happen. And the thing is, they thought they had a good flank. They thought Shadow was able to pick it out, but Nats's intuition is out of this world. Absolutely incredible. So everybody in their thinking chambers.
Called it before Yampy clutch. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, equalize 5-5. What do you do on the side of Koi? It's an eco round coming in for them. Got maybe a hero rifle to play with because Camo, it did manage to scoop up those extra credits with the 4K that we saw into the last round. Despite
It broke the
loss.
economy.
But otherwise, you're not working with much. So all eyes have to be on the duel list for Koi. Again, it's only 2 rounds here until we swap sides.
The Liquid's attack looked pretty good. It was their defense that didn't look great against Na'Vi.
They cannot afford to lose this round. I mean, come on. They've had a couple of seconds to reset from the previous one, because let's be honest, that was chaotic. And in these chaotic moments, it's anyone's game.
Toxin screen down.
So calculated play required for Team Liquid to close this out their way. 2 players stacked
How were the
up
first
on
2
2
maps?
different locations
Both-
in mid for Koi, so
both
it's
like
4 in total,
50-50,
one
really
left to
close
defend
maps.
this ace side. There's not many weapons available for them. Camo's the only one who really could do a lot of damage theoretically with a Vandal. So Starkso here with just a mere pistol is only playing the delay game, and he's trapped in place.
If you're gonna rewatch
For
any,
Shadow,
watch the
he's nearby, and
first.
he's
The
got a stick,
second,
knowing that Mystic is
probably.
nearby himself.
Bring
Could do a
this
lot
to
of
just
shots
standard
in his
icebox,
face, but
really.
Camo trades it back out, gets
Mate,
a
this
second
Camo
himself,
kid.
and Koi is in play right now. Viper spit towards screens, denying Shados to move in that direction, so Team Liquid could funnel themselves into that position.
I mean, they only have
planted.
2 avenues now. It's going to be towards main, taking that ramps, and then heaven itself.
Wait, are they gonna get
But
spammed?
still available to try and clear out into that Viper's pit.
Boombot
So
into
attempting to start just raining
the
bullets
Viper
into
pit
Viper's
might
pit, but at
work.
the same time it
Oh,
reveals
this
the
might
position
get
right
him.
where everybody is. Boombot available to them. One spotted, spray down in
Yeah,
their
they can
direction.
spam off
Snaps.
of it.
Not
They know
able
where
to get
one
the
is.
pick.
They don't know where the
Reveals
other
instead
is.
the one to come out on top. Yampy not missing.
No
It's
bullets.
Kiko all to himself. 30 points of health. It's so difficult. One gets to the spike, but they're both
Nicely
have to
played
go
from
for the
Koi.
chase,
Dude,
but
this
because it's a
Camo
2
kid is
versus
making
1,
rounds
the
doable that
numbers
should
will
not be
have
doable.
it. It's Koi to be the first on 6. The first to at least guarantee a draw.
I didn't like
at
how they
time,
played that
but
ult.
I'm damn
Oh,
sure
man,
they'll
I
want
didn't
way
like
more
this
than
ult.
that.
Off the back of it,
I mean, I kinda
Thrifty
like the
too,
ult, but I feel like someone
frustration
has to
after they
push
lost
into
that
spawn.
last round when
Yeah.
they had the numbers advantage off of Yampy. This is
But I
what
guess
you
they don't
want
know
to
someone's
see
either
to
side.
bring
But
the
is someone
momentum
really gonna
back.
wait until 1
Cameron was
HP?
like, guys, I got a 4K the previous round. Do I really need to carry every single round here?
14-9 there for the Duelists. Now awkward bye here for Team Liquid. You can see the celebration for Koi. They know
Yeah.
that Team Liquid have this
Liquid
last
just have
round on
no
the back
money
foot.
after this. They
And
got
for
Razor to
TL,
bail them out.
again,
Maybe
going in, even if they
maybe a
end
strat
this
with the
round
Omen ult.
6-6,
This is
they
the first
needed
time
that
with Koi.
advantage because they struggle on defense.
They do
Stacked
indeed.
a little bit heavier over towards B in terms
Team
of the
Liquid,
bait setup.
Unless they've been able to fix all of their mistakes, I'm sure, for them to float split. There must be good reason for it. Maybe they didn't think they'd be in this situation. Maybe they thought it would be a 2-0 already.
Still have the retake wall over
Or
towards A
even
as well,
not
so
made
they
it
could
easy
definitely
for
play
them.
heavier over towards
Hell,
B
it's
with
been
this.
hell. Mid presence from Team Liquid, not quite aggressing that far. It's garage control that they're looking to exert power on so far, and it's a showstopper straight out of the bat for Kiko to gain
No one
space
is
for his
following
team.
this one
Only
up.
got a stinger if the
Ah,
showstopper
half clear.
journey doesn't work
Yeah,
out,
nicely
but
done from Shadow. They
is
were on top of
making
this.
sure that his
Almost
teammate
looked like they
misses him.
antied it.
Camo on the other end. Blast pack to the side, but it's Koi that wins every single one of these fights, apart from Camo's demise.
Okay, recovered at the very
Yeah,
least
gets
with
the
the from
spike,
the shadows,
but
but that leaves Mystic in a
1v4.
1v4. Vents control, but he is surrounded.
Ah, this guy bottom mid's done him.
Bottom mid.
Look, Mystic, this has been the best series
What a
we've seen
comeback
so
from
far
Koi as well.
him
That
so
round
far.
prior to this,
But this
like if
is
you're
not the
thinking
map
where it all
we'll
went
see him
wrong,
pop
that was
off,
the rounds.
At least for now. And back to a point where these teams need to put their heads together, think about what the approach is. The switch of half is about to come through. The switch of sides, that is.
Okay. Pistol rounds. This is a must-need here for Team Liquid. They
Yep.
have to find success on the pistol. Try and equalize early on in their
Corner
matchup
clearing,
against
yeah,
Na'Vi.
it has-
They ended the
has
half
been a thing for a
7-5
few
for
rounds. You're not
themselves.
wrong.
Didn't see a single one on defense go their way. And Koi, this is a team that also strives on the attack too.
Liquid man, I'm
Yeah, they're
telling
the
you,
best in the
chat.
attack, right? So
There.
pair that up with Team Liquid's
I haven't seen every
weakness on
every singular
defense
split.
and non-split
There
at
hasn't been a
least.
pistol where 4 people
Let's see
from
if it's
defense
able
don't
to
start in
go
this
full throttle
box.
for Koi. I'm sure they'll like that. They
Every
have the
single one in
advantage, at
all
least
of VCT.
rounds here. Team Liquid take full pressure over mid. No one is there. So
It's
Koi take
just,
full
it
side
is
control
the
without any
meta
trouble.
at the moment.
Okay, the push down towards mid. 4 people walking down towards sewers. But that also gets tricky with Yampy being the only one to retake here into heaven and pinched in a crossfire at that.
But why? I mean, it's good you can have
Nice
fast
shot
flank,
by
right?
Coutinho, and
No
that's
matter
first
where
blood
they
for
go, you
Koi.
can have a
Numbers
reaction.
advantage, and having
And
this
they
heaven
just had
control
trip
is
to get
exactly what
info.
they want. The
Like,
spike
it makes a
is
lot of
planted for
sense.
it.
It's kind of
All
like
they
when the
have to
ha-
do
it's
is
kind of
play
like
the
when the
trading
4-1
game.
Haven
All they have to
strat
do is wait it all
started
out.
being
Yes, you'll
really
flash it.
common.
Yes, you'll delay it, but Team Liquid need a pick and they need it quick. Shadow up against it. He knows Kiko would push right
Yeah, it's a
past it.
solid
but Shadows with a
crossfire
pick
on this, and is he
eventually.
just gonna
It's
send it?
Darkso that aggresses right after them, and it's Enzo or to himself. His teammates' bodies all before him. He has to trample over them. As Koi secure this round, find some damage, do what you can, but it's all over in this one. Koi increase their lead with this pistol win. It's 8-5 for Koi.
Oh my god, clinical post plant coming out from Koi after that round.
Double pistol?
Team Liquid, you saw the idea that they had there. They wanted to try and mow down on that flank that was coming through, and you had so much stall. Shadow buying so much time from ramps, and just even seeing this into the replay as well, the fact that Koi are not afraid to push forward.
What the hell? It's the cut out at the
Early
end.
celebrations from Barbar, of course. The excitement, I feel like it's a roller coaster in that coach room at all times.
It really is.
Yeah,
I
the
think for
noise-
first time
the noise of
in
it
this
going
map,
out at the
Koi
end
actually
here.
feel that they've got a genuine advantage in closing out this map as a whole, this series perhaps. I think Icebox was a bit of a different affair, a bit too topsy-turvy, a bit back and forth, but this is the real streak of rounds that Koi's creating.
You also
Bro's
can't get
not-
too overconfident
Bro's not
though,
even-
just based off the stats that you're seeing.
Dude's not even turning around to get a better plant for B
Because
main.
changes can be made. Adaptations are possible.
If you give Team Liquid anything, they can make something out of it. Grabinho close to this trip, to the cage, rather. And he's got teammates as well. But Team Liquid rotating all the way around. They've only got pistols. And again, want to deny the orbs. Koi look to secure this here. There's no
Pistols,
way the Team Liquid are going
4-2.
to go for the bounce on the fight. There's
No.
not much time remaining on it. They'll try maybe to deny any weapon, any rotation of it. but at least they'll secure them. There's no gun, well, there's no orbs going their way. A dink, perhaps, and then perhaps a collapse
Oh, the blender?
to find
Some nice
rifles,
damage in the end.
and they've been able
That's a
to
good
do
person
it.
to farm
Camo
though
not
for
leaving
Camo.
anybody
Definitely
alive,
did good
but at
damage.
the same time, Yampy dying to the spike
Yeah.
leaves no survivors.
Incredible blender though into CT spawn, going for those
What on
exit
earth did
frags
Koi do
there
for
on
this
the
one?
side of Team Liquid, making
Just
a
all
very,
pistol,
very weak
pistol
bonus
light
on the
armor.
side of
It's better
Koi.
for
Half
that.
shields and
Normally
stairs
it's better
come
for it to just
through
reset,
to try
to be
and
fair.
contest
There's a
these
world,
rifles.
some
To be
teams would
fair,
definitely
it is
force
split.
into this.
You have the opportunity to try and close
But I think with the
those
loss
gaps,
bonus,
and
they're
we've
better
seen
off,
what we can do,
yeah.
especially with playing numbers
is the
game
one.
with these SMGs. But a
Straight
great
over towards
play to
B side
come
again,
in
back to
for
back.
that. Also though, left Starks who just one away from the Nightfall.
I have a feeling Koi
Mystic,
something up
no
here after this
flash.
B-side.
Couldn't afford a
Going
flash.
aggressively, but Mystic Smoke does show that he's aggressed even further, and that's a free rifle
That,
for this Koi
yeah.
side.
You
Oh
can't-
dear, and it's in the
you
wrong
can't
hands,
solo
isn't
play
it?
B with no
You don't
flash
want
here.
Camo if you're Team Liquid to holding that big gun.
Starkso gets the Nightfall off the back of this plant.
Starkso,
And with
please
that,
face
they
this
might
other
be
way
able
when
to
you're
hold on
planting.
to
Surely
post
not,
farm.
boss.
This is a real
Surely
situation that
not.
Team Liquid need to be handling. And off of the back of the knife, or Paranoia thrown in, so no aggression is fought after. It's just a matter of buying time at this point. Team Liquid, they've got two positions they are working off of. They've got Heaven and they've got CT. And they're thinking of it, but it looks like they're backing away. No way they give it up so easily. They say it's a 4 versus 5 and just say no.
And they
They're
save?
giving it to
Oh,
Koi. This allows Koi
man.
to have double the
It's
amount
the
of power
best
Team
start
Liquid have.
ever.
And it's
And
danger
the
bells
good
in
news
everyone's
is for
head right
Liquid
now
here,
if you're
it's
Team
not
Liquid
that
and a
bad.
fan of this
It's not
team.
that bad just purely because they
this is a
don't get gun
terrifying
upgrades because they
prospect.
kind of
I
have to
understand the
either stick with the
decision-making at
guns
same
or
time,
force
though,
up.
for that call to come out from
Right, so they
Enzo,
have to make a
because they
decision.
don't know what kind of crossfires are
There
waiting
is
for them
so
on the other
much
side, playing those
pressure
close
on winning the
quarters,
next
and
on
they
this
would
next round.
rather
It's not even
take
funny.
all of these weapons back into the next round, force Koi to stay on these stingers going into the next instead of being able to collect more value.
There's a
What is
lot of
now the state
there is a lot of pressure on this round.
in which they can't get too excited,
let him
too
have it.
overwhelmed with
Oh
emotion.
man, they didn't have enough money for an
Have
Omen
Team Liquid
flash.
get knocked off in kickoff from groups, from Koi. What a world would this be? It's 10-5, can't get ahead of ourselves. Still superior
They are
weaponry for the Team
spamming
Liquid side
B.
on this defense. But Koi have got themselves some extra upgrades and they're heading directly to this B site without thinking about it for a second.
I mean, full sight for the taking here for Koi. Team Liquid more than happy to play that retake. Try and deny this plan. Does do
Everything on
quite
this
a bit of
round, and this
damage over
time
towards Stark
they've
so
chucked in a
far.
luck.
Cameras find himself a corner he can work with. He's actually looking to aggress, but the Trailblazer is going to be an issue. Dark cover thrown out after him, and a Prowler as
look
well
at
to
this
assist
util
in the
dump over
amount. The
towards spawn.
Paranoia is going to make it too difficult for Camo to re-aggress, so he's going to have to hold it out in the end. Team Liquid looking to move in. They know where Camo is, so it's the
Yeah,
first
we need to
isolated
keep
kill
an
to
eye
go
on
their way.
Shados on
Sprays in
this
the
one.
smokes. Team Liquid can't
Here's a
hold
good
back
plan
in this
for
one. They
him.
need to go for the fight. Starkso looking to find damage for Koi, but nothing is being
Wait, it's not a good plan
collected
for
from
him.
this attacking side.
Mate, the
Grabinho
judge.
smashed upon, and Team Liquid
There's so much
succeed
vision
with a
block, and Mystic is
flawless
just
retake.
jumping around through
In
smokes to judge
situations like
kills.
these, it feels like Mystic is constantly that saving grace for the team.
Well,
Just flying in with
Maybe
that judge.
it paid
find
off.
3 and then pick up a Phantom
If
of
they
his
lost
own.
this, it was
And
fully done.
Andalusia flawless coming out here from Team Liquid.
5
Might
people
be
surviving?
just the
That's a
momentum
good- I mean,
gain
that
they
is
need,
literally
and
the
it was
best
a
it could
great
be.
call to save these rifles into this round as well. Made
Yeah,
all the
when you
difference
get
here
this
for Team
round,
Liquid.
it is that, but it
100%.
is
I feel
it
like
is
those
just the
stingers didn't
pure
have it
risk
in
of the
them,
round
but at
prior.
the same time, you know, you can look on the other side and Koi are thinking, okay, it's okay to lose this round. We got rid of the stingers. We want to get rid of them anyway. So back onto the rifles on both sides.
They spam
Team
B
Liquid giving
again.
themselves a little bit
No
more hope
way.
here.
How many rounds are they going to do this? Liquid change it up though.
Now, Team Liquid, what have you got in you? You gotta start
Yeah,
chaining
Viper
these
Smoke
rounds
is going to make
together
this a
on
lot
the
harder, and I
defense.
think
Aggressive look for information towards A. 3 players walked all the way up. Shadows just around the other corner.
Oh dear me, I don't think Shadows knows there's so many people here. Go for the push and he gets caught off guard. Team
yeah,
Liquid
and they do a
give
nice
themselves the
deep
first
trip
pick,
on
the
this as well.
advantage,
That's
they
actually
drop
really
back.
cool.
Look how deep of
And
a
then
trip
they delay the
Max gets
delay the
off of
ult,
that
do the
as
ult on
well.
top of this as
It
well,
is
get
such an
info, they
early
insta
signal of
push
Koi
over
rotate
towards
back
here.
towards A.
This is a
Little
nice
step as
flash
well
still.
gives them a clear picture of what this attack is looking like right now. Paranoia sent right in their direction. Kiko's pen shells are looking to do a world of it. Grabinho!
What?
Paranoia TP into your opponent's face, and that's one way to put Koi right back into the fight, but Team Liquid are having none of it. Everyone looking to defend this B side with their lives.
Surely he was on his screen.
4 players survive as they look to
That's,
close this gap even further.
That's clean up, though.
Starting to link these rounds together here on the side of Team Liquid. One away from that showstopper in the hands of Kiko as well. The
I like this
operator
push.
to
I like
come
the
out here
idea of
on
just
the
pushing
defense, but
anyway
this
when you have a
replay,
Cypher ult.
again, I think that is something that we do have to point out. The difference in these compositions, you don't have a proper flank watch in that utility coming out from Koi. So even though Shados is playing so deep towards A main, he doesn't have a signal for anyone walking
Blinded,
up
yeah, but
towards
he still it's nearsighted. He still sees close. He doesn't hear the TP though.
Epiretta coming out from Kiko, and I can't wait to see what he's got to do with that. Oh my god, the timing.
Nice
Swings
timing
out,
on this
gets
one.
the kill nevertheless.
Doesn't get too greedy as
But he
well,
has
and
to
they
drop back
speed it up.
respect it.
And
Camo
there
might
is a
be in
molly.
trouble. 10 points of health, but aggressors. Yuppies quick enough to the trigger.
Dude,
Team Liquid.
okay.
I think they put
Bob,
Koi in a
Bob
really
needs
rough
to call a
spot here.
timeout. Koi needs to
made them shake a few
relax. By
times
the
and
way,
it's being punished.
what are some of these rounds? They're
adaptation.
looking like Paper Rex or something. They are
Looking for
W
some
keying like
information,
no
but
other.
Xerxes alone with a spike right now.
Yeah, he's in an island somewhere, and if he drops, that's
I
the
was
round
thinking
for
that
sure.
for some of it for last round, but this round was actually
Sliv.
this round was
Here,
more.
Yampy. Oh, big pick coming out from Stark, so now backing off to
Right
regroup
there.
with the team, but they're going into the
Double
traps
check.
of Nats.
Omen goes over towards B main to get info.
Just checking out if Garage
I don't
is
think that's
clear.
going to change the
Gives all
setup
clear.
though.
I mean, gives a lot of information there
Yeah.
too. Koi walked up towards A, but again, Stark so leaning towards that B site, and there's 2 players waiting.
To be fair, Koi.
They
one
really
pick,
gonna
and they've
two-person
disbalanced
fake.
this round completely.
Wait,
Especially if Starks has got this all covered. He's figured out 2 players are
30
right after him.
seconds.
So what is the
Now
plan
what?
really here? Kiko on the back line, ready as ever. Starkso needs a pick. 20 seconds though. He doesn't have much time, and Shadows is finding himself
The
another
pinch.
angle. Enzo looking to hide, looking to run. Can't readjust in time, and we're back to square footing for both sides. 2 versus 2, and it's anyone's round for the taking. Kiko though throws out a
oh boy, he's going
showstopper.
on his own.
Will he be able to get a pick here, or is he going to wait for his team? I think he just stopped himself from getting overzealous here.
Darkso's in a solid
That's for
pause.
good reason. Now grouped up with Nats though, these are the 2 players from Team Liquid you want on the clutch. But it's also the 2 world champions on the other side. Oh goodness me, this is pressuring. Nats predicts Shados' position, and it's all down to Stark. So do you expect him as well to be behind the box? Does Nats go for another pre-fire? A spray? Starkso all the way around, 8 bullets. That's 2 bullets expended and a kill collected. Knowing where one is, but runs out of bullets. Nats put a bullet between the eyes of Starkso, and Team Liquid keep closing up that gap.
What a clutch to come out there from
How?
Nats. The
How on
operator
earth
brought back
has
into
he
the
won
hands
that?
of Team Liquid as
Literally a
well.
fade
Now,
eye
only
there.
2 rounds dividing these 2 teams. Koi started off hot with 3 rounds in a row here on the
I want it in
attacking
slow-mo.
side,
I
chaining
want to see it in
5
slow-mo. I
total
just
from
don't
the previous
understand.
half as well, but Team Liquid now looking to bite back. A timeout now to be called from Koi. They've got to go back to the drawing board.
I mean, even though we're seeing
Dude,
heroics,
just body
the-
shot her.
you know, the performance can't be. The players can't be all too comfortable
Yeah,
with it. You
okay,
can see
there
frustration
is a
kicking in. You
timeout
can't
getting
let
called
it
right
get to you.
now.
And the mistakes on both sides, don't get me wrong. Both of these teams have got things to look back on. But it's so
my-
stressful. And at these final moments of a series, you've got to be the team that stays on top of your emotions.
Yeah, Starkso put everything into that round as well.
Yeah.
But we have seen him. He has been one of the players to get very
The whole team is
frustrated
reactive.
there
Yeah,
on stage.
dude, smashing
I
up
know, a
monitors.
bit frustrated with himself, like,
Pogba's
thinking that he
walking
had that
around the
round in
room.
bag,
Chairs are going
and
flying.
he nearly did. Heroicus to come out from the player.
Yeah, I think there's just been too many of these rounds. Too many of these back and forths. Now, credit to the players that can
It does
bring
feel
out
like,
miracle moments.
The last couple of rounds, and like Camo's been playing
Making
insanely well, but it
micro
does
plays
feel
that
like
gets
they're
the
trying
team
to
ahead of another.
force
looks like spirits are
some stuff
high.
too much.
It's anyone's
Like,
game.
they're trying to
Koi
force
need
the
remind-
plays. I
remind
don't think
themselves
that
they're
they
still in
need
the
to do
lead.
that.
Still capable of a lot.
Like when you wanna
Looking at the
when you wanna
setup with
win so
weapons, Kiko
bad,
on the operator,
sometimes
you've got to
you
be
end up
scared
trying
of
to
that.
make like the winning play, and sometimes the winning play is just
Nightfall is
playing
available
normal
here.
and just staying
Starkso
alive.
able to cycle that up with all
And that's
the
what it
picks
feels
that
like
he found last
Koi's trying
round.
to do.
Job though will be on the other side. No one on Koi to walk over towards it again. It will be
More
Nats
just
set up here
Camo, to be
towards
honest,
A.
in the last 2 rounds. Even though he's won them like the majority of the rounds.
Probably going to go for a fast crush here. It looks like that's the case, avoiding the tripwire, but it's Enzo with a pick. That's exactly what they need. Have a minute.
The
They look
util
to
is
aggress
too
towards
much
heaven, but that's
here.
not the case at all. They
Darkso's
push into
just
this A
sending
side
it into sight.
and just get traded out. Team Liquid are comfortable on this defense. And Koi are going in for round 2.
I mean, Nats Trips did so much work there. Nats himself, and now Enzo to clean things up. A 3K
They don't have
coming
another
out from
pause,
Team
right?
Liquid.
Because this
A bad
this
swing
kind of
to
looked
come out from
exactly
the
like what I
squad.
was
Now
talking
one
about.
round to divide
a
these
little bit.
teams.
Yeah, the timing on that swing was perfect.
Not too much for Camo. He just got unlucky there was a trip
Okay.
here, but
Just the replay coming in, man. The fact that Nats just sticks
a nice
around
trade from
holding
Shados.
that elbow angle,
Yep.
despite all of the utility that was used in an attempt to break out towards site. And another time out to be called here on the side of Koi.
Four
back to back?
rounds in a row here for Team Liquid. And Barber
Oh,
has
no, it's
had
not.
enough.
It's
It
a
doesn't look
lie.
like it's a timeout. Must be
it's all a lie.
of a glitch on the
Oh, that's a great camera.
graphical
Sees all
interface.
5. They can insta-react.
But for now,
Dude, they did the this failed so bad, let's do it again. But there's double trips here this time.
The previous one, but this time no one is caught off by a trip or a cam either. Yampi tried to aggress off of it. Nats going in for more. Paranoia is insane by Crabinho. He's able to follow it up with a kill as well. It's a 3 versus 3. And honestly, Nats needs to do it from this backside. Mystic closing in on them. They collapse.
Nice done from
on Koi.
Mystic.
They
Nats is
dismantle Koi,
everything
and
right
they
now.
level
Double
the
kill from
playing
Nats
field.
and then the
10
ult
to
to give them
10.
it.
The comeback has been made by Liquid.
But Liquid still not getting overconfident. You see those player cans so serious here on stage. I cannot believe how tight that is.
One
I
enemy remaining.
like that Koi opted to take that higher octane play over towards A. They haven't really full visited A before the last few rounds.
Yeah,
Only
Nats-
now understanding
Nats
the
did
way
incredible
Nats
on
is
this
setting
one.
up, and now Nats switches that up a little bit. Again, doesn't really
10-10, we
expect
get to the
Koi
point
press the
where-
issue back towards that A
Oh
site
man,
once
Liquid's
again.
money's out of control.
So they'll actually end up throwing the same trips as before. Keeping that camera in pocket though. And so does have the Seekers available here as well. And back to a default stance here for Koi.
It's a bit of a crazy one. 5 rounds in a row here for Team
I like
Liquid.
these
This
kind of
momentum,
aggro trips
so
they've been
scary
doing
for Koi.
has
Dealing
been
with this
they've been pretty good.
is the
They
ultimate
did this one
priority.
earlier,
Winning
they're now
rounds,
doing this
breaking
one.
that tempo.
And a
Team
lot of the
Liquid
time
are on
it
a
is
roll.
just Shados playing
But I
like
mean,
super
the way
passive.
that
He
Team
never
Liquid just
actually, even in the
They
last
initially
game, he never
have the
actually
stink
like
trips coming out from
created
Nats
pressure
on that
over
A
towards
site, then
heaven
they
on
use
A.
Enzo's
So
utility, that
I think
Trailblazer, to
this
push past, put a deeper trip,
play
that
against
safety
it is
to now
is
stack
definitely
towards B
a smart
mid.
move. This is 5 in a row, right?
Seekers from that A site.
Seekers goes in.
Will take a while until
See,
you
what
find
the hell are
anyone.
they
It's gonna
doing
be
there?
towards mid,
Okay,
giving a clear
I mean,
illustration
this guy's
of
just
the
going to shoot them
placement
all.
of all these players.
Again,
Ball broken.
it looks kind of stupid because remember they can only see their one.
Dropping spike.
And pivot towards that right-hand side. They
30
don't have much
seconds
time. Koi might be having time trouble yet again. They can't let it happen, and there's 2 defenders. Enzo and Nat
Fake.
hiding out. 20 seconds, and they haven't
Two-person
even
fake,
aggressed
20
forwards.
seconds. They still
How
gonna
are they
get
gonna
past this trip.
deal with
Early
this? The tripwire
information.
hasn't even been broken yet,
Guys.
and we're at 15 seconds, and Koi haven't found themselves on site. Enzo's there to interrupt them. All he has to do is kill the planter. Onto the side they go. Camo on the case to try and plant it. 7 seconds. Starkso back end granted. Mystic into his face, but the spike has gone down into the ground. Enzo comfortable to hold it. Shados putting his team back on top. Koi somehow have got the numbers. And we're looking at a 2 versus 3 with the captain of Team Liquid looking to close up the ground. Shadow up close and personal. Make sure that Enzo is no more. And Kiko, I'm afraid, might not be able to keep
Damn,
the
I
streak going for
can't
Team
believe
Liquid.
they win that.
He's only got an operator. 3 players, different angles. Definitely not the weapon for it.
The thing is, Koi's bank is running low. He's trying to find at least another pick.
Why did they not smoke
We'll be able to
this
find it,
Sky play
Koi.
behind?
Superb take.
Then
They
Nats
needed
comes
this.
through once they
needed
tap.
to interrupt the streak.
They're playing
for a
like they
long
played that
time
really
now.
individual
And
Liquid.
one thing they don't allow Team Liquid to do is take the lead themselves.
They played
Stop
so
the bleeding,
individual there.
going
The plan
back
can be
to
so much
what
better.
Works for Koi, they really do. Again, high risk, high reward, but they do thrive in those last minute plant situations, those last minute late executions for the side of Koi now.
Like most teams there,
Rolling Thunder
when they break
here
the trip,
for the side of Shadows,
they'll go for a
heading into the
spam, but at the
next
same time
round.
they'll do that
But they've
smoke
gotta
over
keep the
towards site that
momentum
gives you
going.
freedom
It's
to
been
go
on the
behind.
side of Team Liquid
And
for
then
so
the
long
Sky
at
can
this
go
point.
behind
Also
here,
gotta
then you
fight
can
for his
flash
pitch work
through,
here
then
with
Nats can go
European.
through and you can play for anyone else.
No charges.
Viper split straight out of the bat, used in mid. Team Liquid.
Maybe Mystic didn't have a smoke.
Is Team Liquid going to be able to close this out themselves? Or is Koi going to take charge?
Cage triggered.
So far, Koi
It's a nice ult round at the moment though. All with the trip inside, this is very, very strong. So they don't have to worry about middle. They're going to have full control even when the lurk comes in. Beacon a trip, gets broken over towards B. Nice lurk.
But there's a lot of defenders here for Team Liquid. There is an Omen, there's a Cypher, but a Rolling Thunder will try and take care of him.
only hits nice.
That's not what he needed. He needed
Mystic
to
needs to go pretty big back of sight.
To allow Team Liquid to rotate it by so much time. Look at Team Liquid. They're not going to let them plant. They're not going to let them gain side control. But Koi don't care. They want to take it themselves no matter what. No one can tell them what to do. Mystic in the smoke has to do it all by himself. Really? By the time for Kiko. Moving in himself, Shorty in hand. Both of them.
The Shorty brothers nade goes to a big 1v1 insta ult.
Grubinho versus Kiko. It's a 1v1 play.
They are not on the same page with some of the stuff they're doing on these sites.
Open plant opportunity.
Does have a TP, does have a smoke. Kiko's here pretty early.
Stays on site, still a boom bot to work with here alongside the nade. Sending it over towards elbow. Grubinho has to tuck.
It's definitely going to figure out where Grubinho is. No, it broke in time.
Oh, he got it late.
No clue. He could be back of sight.
Got it late. Oh no.
He could be
he's getting his knife out.
I love this reposition. Planted wide open here. Grubinho.
He doesn't have to peek this. But he will peek it. And he will get the kill instead. Koi,
2 chances.
12 to 10.
Oh man, over towards back of B site. They're like realizing they should flood in, but Mystic's maybe done a smoke that like blocks himself off anyway. They're trying to help someone that maybe doesn't need that much help.
Rounds necessary for Team Liquid to tie things back up, take it over
and then they're flooding into a site that didn't have a flash for.
Now things are getting really, really tense here. Pavlos.
Oh man, over the moon.
These two, man.
I mean, stunningly excited, of course, but a timeout to be called here by Team Liquid as well. Trying, again, it's your last chance. Try and shift.
I mean, they're still two rounds away.
There's definitely
Americas is waiting for me. What's it doing? Is it tech pulse?
The coaches as well, you could see it in the cams earlier on. They were like, compose yourself. This is not the end. This is not.
They're funny, these two, the coaches. Oh man, they're some of the best replay cams we've seen.
And Team Liquid trailing behind. Yes, they've got
a whole season of these
rounds in a row. But can they get themselves back in those shrieking ways? 2 rounds away, arm's distance, not too far at all. But given that Koi is basically giving him a dilemma here. Make a mistake and you're dead. You're done and out of kickoff.
Out for a couple months. Just the fact that we won't see one of these teams and again until after Masters. Where do they post up Kiko on this operator over towards mid to hold the long angle?
Well, the flash is definitely going to deny Mystic's positioning into garage. Kiko spotted, but he's able to back out.
Nice reposition.
Nice util.
He's spending everything here. Operator revealed as well towards mid.
Stoxo's util's been good.
Now timing good here for Koi to push in.
Sometimes he's a little bit
they're trying to be as methodical
loose with
as
his life, but
looking to regroup.
actually util's really good.
With the reposition of Kiko over towards A, they feel comfortable again moving over towards B.
He's a tilter. Yeah, that's actually probably
3 defenders and Yampi notifies the rest to take
that would make sense from what we've seen.
Push. Camo.
3 people on site. Omen flash misses.
Not able to read it in time. Yampi trying to transfer his spray, but it's only good for 1 as he backs off.
Enzo needs to go big here.
Enzo, make sure he flashes his opponent.
Has to get another.
Down so much information, the rotations are coming through, but Starkso
28 HP.
Is this B site where Koi can end it? They've got the numbers, but all they have to do is cross that finish line.
That's the cam.
Kiko's still stuck on this operator.
Starkso's got a very sneaky angle off of Heaven here. Kiko with the operator
48 HP
will never
now.
be able to spot him. Cam stopped, broken. Switching to a rifle. Better for the situation. 2 out into the open and Koi take the numbers advantage. It's Nats 1 versus 3.
Yeah, nicely done. They're definitely together on this one.
Simultaneously.
And Koi.
Sweep, but revenge
Koi
is
do it,
sweeter.
man. Fair
and
play.
Koi keep their
Looked
ambitions alive in kickoff in VCT EMEA.
What a way to find revenge here for Movistar Koi. The fact that last time
they got to go
these two
for the
teams
gauntlet
went
tomorrow.
head to head, it was earlier